Hello, my name is John, and today on Mono Story we're going to be talking about Monkey D. Dragon saving Sabo theory. So let's get into it and find out what it's all about.
遅いじゃないのよドラゴン。あなたそれは。これは戦意を呼べ。早く。
The situation goes that when Sabo left from the Grey Terminal after saying goodbye to both Ace and Luffy in the flashback, he is leaving the island, as is a Celestial Dragon. At this moment, the Celestial Dragon sees Sabo and realizes that he is taking all the attention. In doing so, he fires his cannon and shoots it directly at Sabo, and his ship is not only destroyed, but Sabo falls into the water. Later on, we find him lying on the shore where he is rescued by Dragon and taken back to his ship. Now, the big theory from this revelation is that how did Dragon get to the ship without using another ship, as we see him land on the ship without any assistance? This theory was first brought to light for me when I was reading one of my comments on the video I made about the rain god Zaza, and how I stated that Dragon's abilities using his potential devil fruit was water like the rain god Zaza. And so this comment stated that Dragon's devil fruit ability was not water but rather wind, and using this evidence claimed that that was a possibility. I made the response saying that that is a possibility, however it is hard to tell, and this is because of a variety of factors. However, I narrowed it down to mainly three, which are time, other people's devil fruits and abilities, and if Dragon can use water or wind. The first aspect is time, and we know in reference to the Mink tribe and the effects of the moon that whether the sun or moon is out affects certain abilities or characters. So in the case of Dragon, whether the sun is out or the moon is out may affect his abilities. As he is completing this action at night, there is no sun, which may affect either the wind or water vapor in the air, allowing Dragon to move faster and swifter, as well as gliding to the ship. The next factor I talk about is other people's devil fruits or abilities, and this is because when we see Dragon save Sabo, it then cuts to him going onto the ship, so we don't know what happens in between that time from him getting from the shore to the ship. So there might have been a possibility that Dragon was not alone and he got help from somebody else. He could have potentially been halfway on the ocean and somebody from the ship might have seen him and used their abilities to help him get onto the ship quicker and easier, as during that time we do not know all the characters on the ship and all of their abilities and devil fruits. We also don't know all of Dragon's abilities, so ignoring his devil fruit if he has one, he might have been using another ability. This could have been from Fishman Karate, as we don't know all of the Fishman Karate techniques. He might have also been using Skywalk like Sanji and gliding on the air using that ability. So this could have been a major factor in him being able to get to the ship from the shore. The last factor that affects this situation is Dragon's own devil fruit. In the case that he does have a devil fruit, is it water or wind that he is able to utilize? As depending on the devil fruit, this would affect his ability to get from the shore to the ship in relevance to the speed and distance. If he was using wind, he would ride the wind until he got to the ship, using it to push him onto the ship. If it was water, then he would glide on the sea until he got to the ship and then push off the sea onto the ship. And also we know that generally a ship requires wind to push it. However, if he's using a water devil fruit, then he might be using the water vapor in the air to utilize it to create wind, which is what he is using to get from the ship from the shore. So this factor ultimately affects which devil fruit, if Dragon has a devil fruit to begin with, is being utilized in this situation. Dragon is the leader of the Revolutionary Army. He is also the father of Luffy. Additionally, he was a part of the Marines, meaning that whatever abilities or devil fruit he has, they must be really strong. And so, for the sake of the story, I hope he lives up to his expectations, because if he doesn't, then it will be a very bad taste in everyone's mouth for having all of this expectation and hype for a character who falls flat at the end of the story. And whatever devil fruit he does have, whether it is water or wind or something else for that matter, it must be phenomenal, because I am expecting one-shot deletions. I'm expecting absolutely nothing can get to him once he uses his devil fruit. However, that is my thoughts on the Dragon saves Sabo theory. I want to hear what you think about this theory. Is it good? Is it bad? Am I talking absolute baloney? Please write that down in the comment section below. My name is John from Mono Story. If you haven't already liked, subscribed, and pressed the bell button, please do so. If you want to watch another video, click up above. If not, until next time, I will see you on another Mono Story.